Welcome everybody to an after 8 o'clock edition of Moneyline Madness. It is Thursday night football. We got big signings still happening in the MLB, and we've got Saturday night football to talk about. We got a packed night. I'm here with Maddie. I'm here with Simo. How you guys doing?
I'm feeling good. Simo, I'm not sure how you're feeling about Thursday night football, but I'm actually pretty excited for this game in comparison to the past probably, month and a half where we've come on and said these are just stinkers. So I think it's going to actually be something to watch tonight.
Yeah, I think personally this is going to be a great game. It's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be a good one. It's a divisional matchup. And I see some upsets in the air coming.
Upsets in the air. Upsets in the air. Interesting take. Andy, what do you feel going into this game is the key for both sides? Because obviously nobody is looking at this game like, oh, Brock Purdy and Geno are about to toss for, 350 yards each. But then again, we don't know.
Yeah, it's not the sexiest quarterback matchup, that's for sure. But it is it's not a bad matchup. But I think the Niners are just a better team, even with Brock Purdy. Honestly, I'm excited for this game. I'm rooting a little bit now. I'm starting to get maybe a little bit of hope for the Packers, so I'm rooting just a little bit for the Niners tonight. It's not a team I usually root for, but
wow,
I think it'll be a good game. Compared to the games we've seen on primetime, this feels like the Super Bowl. So honestly, it's not a bad game at all. So
yep.
And as a Giants fan, I'm rooting for the Niners as well. We need the Seahawks to lose if the Giants think they have any chance at the postseason. But my pick of the night is Seahawks plus 3.5. You can get that at -115. And you know how I feel about primetime divisional home dogs. Everything lines up. Primetime, divisional, and home.
And I think I do have a question for you. The public is also taking note of that. And the public is notably very heavy on the Seahawks. Does that kind of give you any worry, make you nervous a little bit, anything like that?
Yeah, it does, actually. I mean, anytime the public is on something, it should make you nervous. That is what you need to be feeling as a sharp gambler. You got to look at the public. You got to look at where the money's going and the line movements and where the line started to where it's at now, and how much percentage of the money is on Seattle. But I just do think that they're the underdogs.
Yeah, primetime dogs.
I'm starting to think the public's starting to get a little smarter.
They might be getting a little smarter, and Vegas is taking note of that, right? Like they're figuring out that we kind of have to trick the public in a sense, throw out these mismatches, and maybe even Brock Purdy's part of the script.
That Lions is a perfect example of that.
Hey, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I told you so. Yeah. The Lions are nothing to mess around with, bro. Dan Campbell has arrived as an NFL coach, and he needs some respect because they have something going this season, and they are also another team in the NFC, aside from the Pack, that are looking to sneak in the playoffs kind of as an under the radar. Not everybody thought they were going to do anything. No, I think it's solid.
I agree. It makes me sick, but I agree, unfortunately.
Oh,
I hate you.
Oh, interesting developments. Yankees signed Carlos Rodon, 6 years, $162 million. You just love to see it. Brian Cashman finally making some moves. Football aside, that's cool. We'll keep it football, though. Picks for tonight, aside from Simo's Seahawks bet. Anything you guys like player props wise? Maybe over-under. The over-under was kind of suspect to me. Sitting 42.5, I don't know. I really couldn't get a feel for it. I feel like Thursday night, we're like, oh, it's a stinker. But then again, 42.5. I don't know.
It's not that high.
I don't know. I stayed away from the over-under. I don't know how I feel about it, so I just stayed away.
I'm with him there. I don't know how to gauge these two teams in an over-under, especially with Brock Purdy apparently being banged up and already not being a superstar. And who knows what the Seahawks are right now. They've been scoring decently, but they haven't been playing well altogether. They lost to the Panthers, for God's sakes. They haven't been playing great. So it's tough to gauge the over-under, but I'm thinking Kenneth Walker tonight. It was questionable if he was even going to play.
Yeah,
But that always seems to, when you come back, it always seems to be a little different. And he's a young player getting a chance to play for the playoffs really now. I think this is the type of game where a player like him can get in the end zone.
Okay.
Well, that's a plus 105, by the way.
Plus 105. Okay. I like a plus money play. Definitely like some plus money. Simo, what were you
I got one player prop for this game, and I think it's gonna smack. I got Christian McCaffrey over 37.5 receiving yards. Like you said, Purdy's banged up a bit. I can't see him throwing long balls.
Ribs injury.
Deebo Samuels. No Deebo Samuels. That takes away a lot of the short game, right? So who's going to get those reps in the short game? Who's going to get these small balls? It's going to be CMC all day.
I was going to say, unfortunately, as a somebody going up against CMC in the BFFL chip, I am scared. I am scared. The guy is just a rep monster, and that's really what I'm scared of, is like a 10-catch type of night.
I see that.
Yeah, he's a yak monster.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm
Not
definitely
only do
scared.
I have him, Wise also has Christian McCaffrey over rushing attempts as well. So I think it's going to be CMC show for the Niners. CMC and Kittle. I would like
Kittle. Hopefully. I was going to say, maybe we get a Kittle game instead. Hopefully the public is betting heavy McCaffrey props and we could get, a Vegas hook there. But
no, you can't.
Man. Christian McCaffrey is just a beast.
Ever since he put that uniform on, he's been...
And it's funny you say that.
Reinvigorated, if you will.
Literally, my dad was just telling me, I was showing him the matchup, and he's like, wow, if he never got traded, you wouldn't even be worrying about him like that. You would, but you really wouldn't, in a sense that tonight is a big game like that. But I really think he's set up to be something big tonight, and it is definitely scaring me. Yeah. So we have odds on a CMC anytime touchdown. I'm sure that's probably like minus one.
It's like minus 125, I think, when I look.
Okay.
Something of that nature.
I mean, honestly, though, for the minus 120, I still feel like that's a great bet. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get the exact number, but
that means he's guaranteed to get a touchdown if it's at anytime somebody's at minus anything over 120.
It's a guarantee.
That man is scoring, bro.
Yeah. Minus 145.
Is that through BetStamp? Or are we getting the best?
No. I used FanDuel. You're right.
Okay.
My mistake. We should be using BetStamp. I knew this too. I'm sorry.
Let's see right now. All right, a touchdown. I'm seeing minus 125 on Bet365.
Oh, so I drilled it.
Okay. That's not hard, but like Simo said, that's basically a lock. So for this guy to put one in. I do have a prop because I think this is going to be a little bit different than everybody's anticipating. I have over 1.5 field goals made in the first half. I think we're going to see early game. I feel like a lot of these primetime games, the sense of urgency in both teams has come in the second half. We see a lot of these overs hitting, come a lot of fourth quarter points, second half points in total. I think in the first half of the game, we're going to see a little slower momentum. Being that it's in Seattle, I feel like the 49ers are going to come out a little bit slower, and I feel like that could lead to a field goal potentially too in this case for minus 120 on BetUS.
You know what I've realized is that there has been a lot more field goals this year. Maybe I'm just blind to it, but I'm seeing a lot more teams kicking field goals, especially early in games. So I really like that bet. And I feel like kickers have been so used this year.
They have. Kickers are definitely highlighted this season for sure. All right. Anything else you guys are digging about this game?
No, I have one NBA prop.
Okay.
I got Jalen Green over 3.5 boards. He's been hitting this line crazy.
Don't even get me started on that game tonight. Oh my god. Did you see who's in the start? No, did you see who's in the starting lineup for the Heat tonight?
Nobody. I know that for a fact.
Udonis Haslem.
Haslem is starting?
He is starting tonight.
Wow.
He's
good
older.
For him.
He is older than Jabari Smith and Jalen Green combined, and he is starting tonight against the Houston Rockets. That should just tell you everything about you need to know about that game.
It's a tough scene in Miami right now. My buddy bet me $100 that the Heat would have a better record than the Knicks. And,
Yeah, he's right there with that McCole Hardman take on that one. I'm going to be also receiving some payment from Mr. Eddie Baum shortly once, Mike Williams continues to do his thing. But, Andy, to your point, the Heat minus 2.5 is receiving 71% of bets tonight on that game.
Because people don't look at the
Rockets.
starting lineup before they make that decision.
Rockets money line. Rockets.
Be
money
honest
line.
with me.
Yeah.
If you look at the starting lineup in the year 2022 and still bet the Heat seeing Udonis Haslem, you're
Yeah.
making bad moves. That's
Yeah.
they're already
bad
down
money
4-0. The
decisions.
game just tipped off. So I mean it.
Bro,
tells
they're
you all me.
starting, like, if you go on Bleacher Report and check out the Heat game, it says they're starting 4 small forwards.
It
I
is.
have
Tyler
the
Hero.
Rockets money
That's
line.
awesome.
I have the Rockets money line in the premium plus. By the way, guys, that's
I
at
like
plus
that.
155.
I
There you
like
go.
that a lot.
I'm just saying.
What
I'm
What
just saying.
happened to Bam Adebayo that he's not playing? Am I missing something? Did he get
Sand in
hurt?
his pussy. That's what happened. He's a little
Oh.
bitch. How about that?
Well, our center's finally back. Robert Williams. Very
Oh,
excited.
He
nice.
comes back Friday. Yeah,
Time Lord
tomorrow.
finally back. So the Celtics are now at full strength. So everybody we can wrap the season up now. All right, it's over.
Yep. It's the Tyler Hero effect. Facts.
Oh, jeez.
Tyler's getting everybody out of there. Really build around Tyler. Honestly.
You should
Like,
be
that's the
building around
only-
Tyler.
No, but like it's sad, but that's the only direction they could go in right now. They're going to be in purgatory forever if they like. That's the only thing
They
that
set
you can
themselves
do.
up for it. They
They're
really
all
did.
yeah.
First of all,
Kyle Lowry and Duncan
they've-
Robinson and all.
And
this
they
goofy
committed
shit.
to Bam Adebayo, who's not an inside presence
Nope.
whatsoever right now.
Nope.
Like so,
It's a good 4, and that's about it. Like,
yeah. And you don't pay
Outside 4 at
a
that.
good 4. You don't pay a good 4 unless their name's Giannis. Like other than that, there aren't that many that. If you're not athletic and can shoot, and Bam Adebayo really can't do that, he's not that valuable of a player. Really great decisions out there by Pat Riley. Really,
Yeah.
good
He's been
decisions.
making some dog shit decisions, bro.
And
I
he'll
can't lie.
still get an extension when his contract runs out. Don't worry.
Mhm.
He's now. Let's not shit on him too much. He's been one of the better front office guys in the league.
All
for a long
right.
time.
He
I'll
His
give him
decision
that.
on
he won
free
with
agency
I
isn't
mean,
great.
let's be honest. The only reason that he has championships since the Shaq Dwayne Wade team is because of LeBron. If
That is
LeBron
true.
never went to Miami, I think they probably Spoelstra probably
Up
loses his
until
job
the
this season, too.
bubble,
And everybody takes that
appearance.
that doesn't nobody even looks at that as it counts anymore. I
they
mean,
have
look
been
at
in the playoffs every year. I want to say.
well, yeah, making the
since-
playoffs in the NBA is like I don't even know what the comparison is. It's not difficult. If you don't make the playoffs, then that's a really bad season. If you're the 8th seed, that's a bad season, especially Miami. So, no, I think
Miami
they've done a
stinks.
very bad job lately.
Yeah. Nah, Miami.
I don't fuck with Miami. You know I don't fuck with Miami.
No, it
but
makes
I
me-
give Pat Riley his props for his career. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
No, it is.
But he's been dog shit.
Former Knick front office member. You know, we got to give him some type of.
Yeah.
And wait a minute. While we're
That's
here,
why
may as well talk about those New York Knicks winning 5 straight basketball games, 5 straight basketball competitions in which the New York Knickerbockers have come out victorious is not something you see, and actually only the second time that we have seen this since 2010. So, Simo, how has your perspective on the Knicks changed over the past week? Because mine has pretty drastically.
Yeah, it's been a pretty drastic upswing of belief. They just finally started doing what we've been telling them to do this whole fucking time, and it's working. They have bench Fournier. Unfortunately, they had to bench
Oh,
Rose. I'm sad that he can't play, but we
You have
need
to
to
do
let
what you
the
gotta
young guys play. McBride is at a whole different level defensively. The combination of McBride, Grimes, and Quickly is just it's locked down on that perimeter. It is hard to play defense against the Knicks. I mean, to play offense against the Knicks right now. And Julius Randle, I mean, he does his goofy shit, but he still will get you a 30 ball damn near every other game.
He's
RJ
playing
Barrett
better.
has been he's playing better. RJ Barrett's been playing better.
Mhm. The one guy I do feel confident
if
talking
he's
my
hurt-
shit about is JB. That's the one guy that
Mr. JB is just Mr. JB.
like he's.
I don't even got to talk about him. He's going to do what he's supposed to do every game. That's why
Yep.
he's my favorite Nick. He's my favorite Nick because I don't have to worry about JB coming out and having a bad game. I don't ever got to worry about that. He's going to come in, night out, and fucking rock the fuck out. And
No.
that's why we paid him.
Yeah.
The
want-
amount we paid him.
I want every media member, including the you-know-who that's the face of ESPN, to apologize to him for that. For the way they treated Jalen Brunson. And I'm on that train, too. I thought it was a weird contract at first, but now it's not a bad contract, and he's playing great. Like, it immediately became a good contract in this market, and he's playing really well. So, every
Doesn't
media
his
member that
amount-
talks shit on him? It's like
Decreases every
What
year.
does he make? What does he make compared to what was his
He makes
name?
27 this year, and then by year 4 or 5, he's going to be making what, 22?
Yep.
Somebody who didn't deserve
Bargain.
it.
It goes down every year.
Yeah.
How much we pay him?
Somebody who doesn't deserve it got a $95 million extension. I can't think of who it is. It's on a small market team. It's a good player, but not great. Nowhere near as good as Jalen Brunson. I can't think of the name. But
I mean, are there 5
It'll
point
come to
guards
my
in the
head.
East that are better than Jalen Brunson right now?
Trae Young.
Trey, okay.
Is Donovan
Cleveland's-
Mitchell a point guard?
Well, even though
Donnie counts, sure. We could
If
count
you
one
count
of Donovan or Garland,
Kyrie.
whichever one.
Kyrie.
Okay, 3.
Oh, Philly doesn't have a better one.
Philly doesn't have a better point guard.
At the moment.
Toronto.
I mean, I don't want
I'm
to
not
dip
saying
all
Fred
the way.
Van Vliet. I don't know if you guys have seen the fall off of Fred Van Vliet this season, but he's been horrific.
No, you're right.
LaMelo
You're right. No,
Ball.
there's not. But I think that's a little, and I want to give credit to Jalen Brunson. He's been great. Also, the East is very bad at point guards, clearly, because we just named 4, and I think the next best is Fred Van Vliet, who's been terrible.
Yep.
Like, you can put in LaMelo, but he's barely played this year. He's been more of a shooting guard. Terry Rozier's their point guard. He's very meh. Like, I don't know. You counting Marcus Smart as I guess he is the point guard at this point. So I don't know if Jalen Brunson's.
Jalen Brunson's been
Tough.
playing better than Marcus
I think they're
Smart.
I think honestly, I'd probably put them
It's tough. That's a really tough
very
question,
close. That's
honestly.
a very close
They
one.
play different roles, so it's kind of hard to compare. But
But I'll be
Really
honest.
close.
Right now, they're both kind of the heart and soul of their team.
no, exactly.
I mean-
You take one out, and the motor doesn't run. That's a fact.
Celtics scared
That
me
is
the
a
other
fact.
night against the Lakers. I'll be honest. I was very scared. I don't know what they were doing. That was
You know
Lakers.
ESPN's
That looked
gonna
like a
make that
Vegas
game.
game.
The
That was
Lakers.
a Vegas game, bro.
You know they're
I
going to
wouldn't
make
worry
that
about
competitive. I wouldn't. Nah, the Celtics are going to be just fine. Tomorrow they're going to be getting right. Getting right, for sure. I mean, what's happening, bro? What is happening? But, all right, you guys got anything else you want to add, or you guys ready to watch some Thursday Night Football?
Let's go Niners, man.
Let's
Never
go
thought I'd
Niners?
say that before.
Yeah, I guess.
You
I
got to
guess
root.
so, right?
Where am I pointing? Ooh, you gotta
Mr.
root.
Cohen is collecting fucking the Thanos stones at the
Oh my God.
current moment. when it
Dude,
comes to
that
the
2
rotation.
hours, 2 hours where Carlos Correa was a Met.
That was
I
true.
wish
I mean,
we-
I wasn't.
I wish we
didn't
could go
expect-
back to that time. I really, really wish we could.
I got a little excited, but I didn't. I really
too.
thought I knew the Giants were going to jump out the window, and that's exactly what Cohen was trying to do.
That was Scott Boras
Has
giving
that-
John Heyman, like, hey, I'll Venmo you $5,000 if you put out this article saying, oh, fucking him to the Mets so that the Giants can call, hey, I just saw it to the Mets. We want him. We want, come on. Seattle punted on the first possession.
What a
Go
surprise.
Niners.
Have you ever seen a team look more desperate than the Giants looked? Like the notion of the Mets being interested was like, all right, 13 years.
No,
Like that's what I got from it. I didn't
Yeah.
get it as the Mets were looked at as a smokescreen. I got it as the Mets were legitimately interested, but the Giants heard about that and were like, holy shit, we can't
That's
lose.
probably the case.
Like, we
yeah,
can't lose
But like
this
that
we
article
can't lose
did its
another
job.
one. So
Yeah.
they're like, all right, 13 years. Like that's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to be great for them for about 10. And then the last 3 years.
I would say like 6 to 8.
I was
don't
saying
think-
about 8, 7.
He's 28, so I say at 38 usually is when it goes. His defensive metrics will go down in
I was
life.
gonna
35.
say, yeah, when
But-
once that athleticism goes, it's gonna be
Yeah.
tough because he's a bigger
36.
frame type
He's
of dude.
cooked.
It's gonna be
He's
tough.
done.
Gonna be tough. But all right, I think that's gonna wrap us up for Thursday
Oh, yeah.
night's episode. I appreciate everybody for coming in, tuning
Oh,
in
yeah.
with Moneyline Madness. Don't forget Sunday we will be live talking some pregame. Honestly, maybe even a little Saturday early morning if we feel like talking some football. We'll discuss. Make sure you follow us on Twitter in case we update you there. Yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you
Oh, yeah.
everybody for tapping in.
Thank you,
Appreciate
everybody.
you. Let's go.